In Minnesota, a 17-year-old girl killed a father and his 10-year-old daughter in a fatal car crash. What caused this crash, you might ask? Apparently it involved a text message causing her to run a red light. According to a March 5, 2019 report on Teen Drive Admin, this girl was only sentenced to 4 years of probation and about 200 service hours. However, if the girl breaks her terms of probation, she could serve time in prison. This instance of distracted driving is devastating, but sadly, it's not the only instance. On February 19, 2016, Alexis Thurwanger was killed in a car crash while she was driving home in eastern Oregon. More recently, there was an instance in Texas that killed a total of 13 people. The driver was allegedly texting. What's going on here? It's an epidemic that is slowly taking many lives. It's technology addiction. These stories are relevant to me because I have had friends and family who have gotten on their phones on multiple occasions while driving. I want to spread awareness of the dangers of technology addiction. I don't want me and others to experience the pain of losing a loved one. My name is Anna Gibbons, and I'm here to discuss with you on a very important issue. Technology addiction, experienced by Alexis Thurwanger and so many others, is a growing problem that must be understood and confronted. I'll start with a look on the various forms of technology addiction and describe the root of these issues, but I'm not here to just speak on people can't take their eyes off the screen. I want to show you how you and your loved ones can stay connected, both by setting the phone down when sharing a meal with others and actively trying to start and maintain conversations. And you or someone you may know become a victim of technology addiction, I want you to respond in a proactive way. So, what is technology addiction? As you can imagine from the tragic story I told you about Alexis Thurwanger, technology addiction poses as much of a threat to someone's physical health as it does mentally. It is attacking the minds of the nation's children, teens, and young adults. The Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation, one of the research on this topic, defines technology addiction as frequent and obsessive technology-related behavior increasingly practiced despite negative consequences to the user of technology. Technology addiction can be presented in many forms, including the following: feeling the need to know the latest trends and know the newest stories with unlimited access to the internet, needing to feel in control of one's life by living in a totally different world, being glued to video and computer games rather than reality, constantly being connected through smartphones, tablets, and other lifestyle technologies that one forgets how to communicate in person. One quits having social gatherings and interactions, and being obsessed with what people are doing on social media. All of this is becoming more prevalent because it's much more involved in our ways of life. While understanding the different forms of technology addiction is important, it is perhaps more eye-opening to know the gravity of these issues. Some research shows how widespread technology addiction is and what happens on a neurological level. According to a scholar from King University, 56% of Americans own a smartphone and access it on an average about 2,617 times per day. A recent poll from Common Sense Media said that over 59% of teens admitted to being addicted to their mobile devices. This means that out of a class of about 22 kids, about 13 of you will be a victim of technology addiction. While these statistics are very frightening, they are growing as technology is constantly evolving and becoming more impossible to perform tasks without. We have seen within many young people that technology addiction is very widespread. These car crashes were related with technology-addicted teens because they think it's more important to see a recent text message than their own life or others. But other consequences less severe than death takes a toll on victims. Sandstone Care, a treatment program helping others recover, reveals that when receiving an award of some sort, the brain releases dopamine and chemicals of satisfaction. For instance, winning a level in a video game or receiving likes on a picture of Facebook, it causes dopamine to be released. Neurologically, the brain begins to crave this release, thus becoming addicted to technology. Clearly, this has become a very serious issue, yet there are so many ways to help control and solve these compulsions. As explained by many, depending on technology in all aspects of life can have negative effects or lead to poor choices. Even though this may be true, there are ways that you can prevent yourself and others from going down this dangerous path. For one, you can implement times and set boundaries for when you are allowed to access technology. The Desert Hope Treatment Center lists the following advice on its website. First, have an electronic free day every week. Second, avoid or limit the use of social media sites for a brief amount of time per day. Third, set a time during the day to read and respond to emails. In addition to limiting your access to technology, you can combat technology addiction when you see someone else glued to anything digital. Become accountability partners with them and hold each other to a high standard. Set aside time to have social outings with others and actively try to start and maintain conversations. Shortly after Alexis Thurwanger's accident, her parents spoke out about the dangers of texting and driving and technology addiction. Soon after, many other people joined the movement to educate and make people aware of the dangers. Reboot and Recover is an organization that helps people live a balanced life in a technology-driven world. The Screen Time Challenge is where you have to donate 10 times the amount of time you spend on your technological device. This helps you learn how to limit and manage the time spent while on technology. Despite your best efforts on trying to manage your time and hold others accountable, you may still become a victim and need to be proactive about it. If you become addicted to technology, there are practical steps you should take to address the problem. An online author, Aaron Small, gives input on how to separate yourself from technology's strong grip on the website entrepreneur.com. He provides ways to resolve these issues with very simple steps. There are 4 ways to break technology addiction. 1. When you wake up in the morning, don't turn directly to your digital device. Instead, make a morning routine out of exercising, reading a book, or just meditating. Second, turn off your Wi-Fi and mute any of your noisy notifications. Studies show that you are more likely to get on your phone when you hear a ding from a notification. Stop going online to search the web on everything. Try and be creative and use original work. Your intuition might just surprise you. Fourth, try going without a phone or two for a while. Try and live in a moment by interacting with others. Today, as I conclude, we've looked into the very real and very threatening world of technology addiction. Technology addiction experienced by Alexis Thurwanger and so many others is a growing problem that must be understood and confronted. We've seen technology's negative impact on today's society. We have also seen how you can be watchful by managing the time spent on the device and keeping others accountable on technology usage. And if you or someone you know may become addicted to technology, you can practice the 4 ways to break it. Technology addiction isn't just someone else's problem. It is likely that either you or a loved one, either now or in the future, will let technology control your life. I encourage each of you to do your part to fight this more upcoming issue. Make a point to keep having personal encounters with loved ones and help those who might be lost in the digital world. Wouldn't you want someone to help you with an addiction? We must never forget Alexis Thurwanger and the other young lives that were taken that pertain to a technological addiction. Who knows, a loved one of yours may be facing an addiction like these and may be fighting for this reality.